Picking up from our last adventure, we just finished checking out the Great Chamber, which is an amazing rock formation just outside Kanab, Utah. So Lauren kind of planned this trip, picked out some different things that she researched that she wanted to see. And man, these are awesome. A little hike up to this has been unbelievable. So beautiful up in there. The pictures and video do it no justice. It's definitely worth it. I would definitely recommend coming and checking it out. The trail in is a little bit rough. You definitely need to have four-wheel drive. It mostly is just soft. There's a lot of soft sand. So you want to have four-wheel drive and, you know, low range so that you're not burning up your transmission, and you'll be good. I like this Tacoma. Got the smart cap on there, rooftop tent. That would be a nice rig. More gates. Well, a lot of gates up here, but you can tell there's definitely grazing that takes place. Gone all day. Hopefully our tent's still here. All of our stuff. Well, I see part of the tent, so that's good. Looks undisturbed to me.
Nothing blew away.
We've made it back to camp. Everything is still here. Do you guys want to stay here, or should we go in and get some dinner? Go to a restaurant?
Restaurant.
All right. Spring break, so we're letting the kids choose restaurant, plus then we don't have to clean up after dinner. So one of the things that's interesting is up here when we're looking on the map, all over is land that is doing a little bit of research, is being leased by Best Friends Animal Sanctuary. It's all over the place. They have huge facilities. Looks like they do a lot of animal rescue and things like that, and it's apparently the biggest animal rescue in the United States. It's crazy. There's just land everywhere for it. Part of that animal sanctuary. You got a big old turkey right there, showing himself off, strutting his stuff. See, they have all these tour vans. I don't know where they pick people up from, probably just in town at like the hotels and stuff. Bring them up here, and this is some amazing land, and apparently it's leased from the BLM, which is pretty interesting. Once we made it into town, we decided to stop and get some Mexican food and enjoyed a delicious meal hanging out and chatting as a family. I'm loving how spacious this tent is. It is huge. It definitely, you know, takes a huge bag and has to go on the roof rack, or it would need to go in like a truck bed or something if you didn't have a roof rack, because there's no way you could really fit it in a vehicle. But all of our clothes, sleeping bags, sleeping pads, and a little bit of room to spare. It's pretty nice that way. It's Saturday morning, about 8 o'clock. We have a lot of things we want to do today. We're going to head on the dirt towards the Toadstool Hoodoos and do a hiking trail near there, then come back, make our way back through the dirt to camp, pick up camp, and then hit a couple more hikes on the way out of town. So it should be a really full day of some really beautiful scenery, a little bit of fun off-roading, and just a lot more of this beautiful, amazing scenery that we've been experiencing here in Kanab, Utah. So let's get going. I want to know who owns that house, and I want to stay in it. Look at the deck. I think it's sitting on that back deck looking out over this canyon. That's amazing. We got breakfast of champions this morning. Donuts from the grocery store, because for whatever reason Kanab has just about everything but a decent bakery. So they have like a European bakery where you can only get crepes, which would probably be delicious, but the line was massive. So we're grabbing some quick donuts so we can have some great energy for our hike.
So where's Mark?
All right, well, we've got a little bit of an interesting situation. We're 156 miles into this tank of gas, but we're driving with more than half of a tank, and low fuel light came on, and then the check engine light came on, so I'm thinking that some type of a sensor has died. Everything else is running fine, but I'm gonna read that code, see what it is, then top off and kind of go from there. So we'll figure it out. So it's telling me I've got a P0463, which is a fuel level sensor circuit high input. Not sure what that means. Gonna do a little bit of research, but like I said, everything's running fine, and it makes sense that it's the sensor that's just out because the Jeep is running fine. It just says that I have no fuel, but I always reset my odometer, so I know that I've only gone 156 miles, and I usually get about 320 out of a tank of gas, so interesting. Well, we are back on the road again, doing some research. It sounds like it's just a sensor. The Jeep's running fine, so we're going to head back out towards the Toadstools. We were about 20 minutes into that drive, so that's going to make us have a bunch. We should be there already and hiking right now, so but everything's running fine. The Jeep's running fine. Just that sensor looks like it's out, and we'll have to probably get that changed later, so should be good to go though. So much for it being fine. We drove like 5 miles out of town, started running really crappy, and now the Jeep won't start. So I'm thinking that the fuel sending unit is out, or the fuel pump has died, something like that. I'm not positive. Something's going wrong. So we have a tow truck from in town coming to pick us up and taking us to their shop so that it can get looked at. So a little bit annoying. Wish we were a little bit further off the road. But other than that, just kind of one of the things that happens and stuff like this. Kind of sucks, but luckily we were in a place where it should be easy to get to us and get us back to getting fixed. Well, as you can see, things could be going a little bit better. Jeep's getting put up on the tow truck, gonna get it towed in, figure out what's going on with it, and go from there. I was hoping to get a little bit of time in the passenger seat today, but that was with Lauren behind the wheel, not all stuffed in a tow truck. Well, right now we are at the Kanab Senior Citizen Center, just sitting in the grass underneath a tree, just a little ways away from where the Jeep is being worked on, and hoping that they're able to fix it before 3 o'clock, which is when they close, which means we've got like about 2 hours. So if for some reason they can't, then we're gonna have to start looking into some backup plans and strategies, see if we're gonna have to stay over the night, or see if we need to have someone come rescue us to get us back home and then come pick up the Jeep later on, you know, maybe next weekend or something. So we'll see. What do you think, Charlotte? Eating a red vine, drinking some drinks. They're basically, this is her best life right here, huh? Like this 4Runner.
It worked great. It doesn't rattle or...
No, it's cool. It's really sleek. Yeah, this 4Runner is amazing. How are you liking your awning? Here, got the fridge, and I like the little side racks too, those side mounts that you can just put gear up on them.
Yeah, they're just strapped.
That's really cool. That's really cool. This is a sweet, you just sleep right here? Oh yeah, you've got it decked out under here. Got your onboard air.
Onboard air.
Yeah. Your dual battery set up over here. You're using red arc to manage it. It's pretty sweet.
And then
so as you can see, we are back in the mountains. We've got the Jeep behind us. We've just finished packing up camp. Unfortunately, we were not able to go and do that hike because of the Jeep stopping. Luckily, it was a fairly easy fix. This is crazy. I know that this happens, but I just can't believe how it all turned out. We got the Jeep back to the shop, and they were sitting there turning the key, and it was but just not starting, which is what was happening to us when it died. They thought for sure that the fuel pump must be dead, so they get in there, they drop the fuel tank, and the mechanic sees a squirrel looking right at him. A squirrel must have, last night we got in kind of late, the vehicle was warm, which often rodents will try to get in when it's warm. We got in late, it must have got up in there, and it's been in there chewing on the wiring harness that runs to the fuel pump. And so it had just been chewing on it, which is what killed that sensor first, and it must have just been kept going at it, and finally it completely severed our electrical connection to the fuel pump, which is why we were getting no fuel and why it just died. So they were able to repair the electrical, and we were able to get the Jeep fired back up, and we are on our way. We're still gonna try to do one more thing on our way out, but we've got everything packed up and ready to go. So let's keep going on this adventure. Should we put them in the Trasharoo? In the back? Just stuff them in the pockets?
You think they'll be fine?
Oh yeah, I've done it many times. I'm gonna miss doing this drive. We've done it a bunch in and out of this canyon where we were camping. It is just beautiful. So we're at the belly of the dragon. It's in between Orderville and Kanab. It's pretty cool. You just have this cutout of the rock, probably some type of water ducting system at some point in time. And you can just walk all the way through, go underneath the highway and then back. It's pretty neat. Obviously see, you know, people been carving in here, but not like this was natural anyways, but it's beautiful. It's pretty cool. This is going to be a wrap on this weekend's adventure. We've had so much fun. It was an awesome spring break, and despite, you know, basically today being kind of a wash with the Jeep breaking down, we still had tons of fun looking at all the beautiful scenery here. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. If you want to follow us on the day-to-day, you can do so on Instagram at Backroad Exploration. Thanks so much for watching.